I came to you from the ghettos of the South Bronx and Harlem via the prison system of the United States. I came to you to tell you this, that if you do not purge yourself of white skin privilege and fight the state that tries to enshrine it, it will destroy you as a human being. I came to give you an address from the political prisoners held captive in the dungeons of the United States. They do not want me to give you this address because they do not want our South African brothers to know that there are black political prisoners here in the United States.
Because freedom was more than bread.
Because not to say was to vanish.
Because no one believed we existed.
One night I woke up screaming my name, yellow and
powerful.
Silence is slavery, because I so loved you in your birth. Because no one believed I had rights to be angry.
Because your mother's body was war.
Because we were figments of white imaginations, comic props, painted clowns, paper whores, jungle punks, army pawns, target practice, comic props, painted clowns, mute and well-mannered textbook examples, justifications for all brands of death.
Shit on by the shit on, beaten by the beaten, goats
and goons,
no quarter, no respite.
Complete lobotomy.
Castrations we were, sterilized aliens with no place on this earth.
Because my prayer is
no
for you
hands,
and your anger, your face.
We must build a massive resistance movement against U.S. greed for oil, power, and control.
First of the 5 disciples to escape was Chen Jack, visionary, strategist. His philosophy: not to resist is to acquiesce to your own oppression. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the highest skill. To subdue your enemy without fighting is the highest skill. His element: water. His animal: the dragon. To ride the wind. His fighting style: Tai Chi Chuan.
So you tell me you have an Asian fetish. A sexual preference, you call it. As if the question posed was if you preferred men, woman, or yellow. My skin is yellow. And my hair is black. But I am beyond a color negation, a tight-lipped kowtow kitchen god praising mystery of the Orient. Who rubs your feet while my own are bound backwards and my battered bones broken for the sake of beauty. And to walk upon your crooked back. There was a time when I thought you were interested in mind and not your construction of a race. Until I saw you week after week picking up only girls with yellow face. You are living in my 4th grade culture's textbook in which my body and slanty eyes are laminated and labeled Mongoloid on page 69. And my almond eyes are what you see. You see, my land is the land of ancient herbal remedies. And my people are the people.
Listen, asshole, stop trying to guess what I am. Stop trying to tell me what I'm not. I was born in Seoul, which makes me Korean. These slightly scented eyes ain't just for seeing. Bitch, I see right through you. You expert on me with your fake Asian tattoo. You expert on me with your Taibo and Kung Fu. So what? You tried dim sum and then some on the menu. So what? You a fan of Lucy Liu. So what? You read the Joy Luck Club too. That makes you an expert on how I should look. Fuck you. What the fuck do you know about being Asian? I'm about to put you in your place, son. What do you know about napalm in Saigon? About Hiroshima and Nagasaki? About Gandhi? What do you know about demilitarized zones and no gun re? About Me Lai and the military? What do you know about the killing fields and signs that wheel? No Chinese or dogs allowed? What do you know about comfort women and Geisha girls? About colonization all over the Asian world? What do you know about the Great Wall? I can school you on each and all, motherfucker. I'm about to get raw. What do you know about revolution?
In America, my Umma's hands are the smallest dam in the world. Holding back the deluge from my transplanted yellow face, I am spared, dry, but still the son of sea-jumping, trade-wind swimming immigrants. And I dream of floods, and I dream of migration waves, and I etch the phantom face of structural forces bigger than I on the ionized chart of my skin to know myself. And my mother's hands are a driftwood dam, shielding my eyes from what she found in my America's blood. Wet mouth, My mother's hands are rafts on which I make my sorrow journey south down the Mississippi of my restlessness, trying to understand the privilege burning my palms that my umma bought with the sound of her porcelain girlhood cracking into 53 bloodthirsty pieces. One for the halved peninsula on which she was born and has returned to but twice since her departure. Two for the son she squeezed from her womb, born with petulant lips and hearts as trembling soft as peeled oranges. And 210 for 50 states of descending madness. As a poet I read once said, women must cry many times to be heard in America, in America, in America, in America.
I think a good place to begin is with the beginning. A lot of people who are listening may not know that Korea is divided right now. There's North Korea, the DPRK, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and then there's South Korea, the Republic of Korea. And in most people's minds, even if they know about this, they don't know that for thousands of years there was only one Korea, and actually the division is really quite recent. So perhaps we can start off with the origins of the division. Perhaps you could start off, Seung-Ye, by introducing what the origins of the division are.
Well, I think we have to actually start with Japanese colonial occupation of Korea that happened from 1910 to 1945. When the Japanese colonial occupation of Korea ended, USSR and the United States came in and divided the peninsula. It was actually United States officials who proposed the line of division of the Korean peninsula. And so it was these superpowers who divided our country and not the Korean people.
And I think this is the kind of thing that the U.S. is proposing right now in Iraq, is that they come in, they'll set up a U.S. military government that will oversee Iraq. And the exact kind of colonial strategy that they perpetrated in Korea. Like, anything to add to that, Jeonju?
Well, basically, my point is almost same as what Seung-Ye says. And, well, I think the division was originally, the main reason of division is due to the Cold War. Under the Cold War, you know, well, actually, U.S. played a major role in the division of the Korean Peninsula. Well, when the U.S. Military government came into the Korean Peninsula and occupied the southern part of the Korea, they actually, well, the U.S. simply replaced the Japanese Imperial. So it's not any different for the Korean people. Well, it's just the simple change.